Hey, it's Dan Murphy, and I spent $6.2 million building AI tools to build trading strategies and find weird stuff about the markets. And today we're talking about Bitcoin and what it's saying right now. And if you didn't know already, Bitcoin is the big dog. It's the 800-pound gorilla. And to me, it's kind of useless right now to trade a bunch of small cap coins and things like that. It's just not my thing. And so what I like to do is focus on Bitcoin, and I like to trade Bitcoin through GBTC. And the number one reason is because, well, first of all, it's got the most history. So we can stick the machine learning on it and it built a trading strategy here. And actually, this has been live since right over here. And so it's done quite well in real time, especially avoiding this 90% drawdown. I don't have time for 90% drawdowns. I'm going to be 50 next month. And holy cow, time flies. And I got to tell you a few weird things about this because, again, the reason I stress weird, and as you can see, it's holding cash. I want to talk more about why it's not giving us a signal here. You would think, okay, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. It's going up, but why aren't we buying here? What's going on? Well, we basically spent all this money, and it's not just me. I have a whole bunch of employees that are behind me that build all this stuff. I'm not programming anything anymore, so I have a whole team for that. And here at Portfolio Boss, we are not using human-made indicators anymore. What are we doing? Well, we use linear genetic programming, which lets the computer, it just builds its own code using basic building blocks, kind of like what DNA is made from, right? I'm going to give you an example of that in just a second, but what I'm going to tell you real quick is what matters is volume. When you don't have big volume, it just is not going to work. And so that's why I'm very suspicious of this rally, unless some volume comes in here. But yeah, we're not buying over here. We've been swing trading a lot. You know, in the past when we've had other rallies, I mean, this thing was trading like crazy from the 22 bottom on up. And then it really just fell off, especially recently. We had this big trend that it caught over here, a lot of swing trades. I really like doing swing trades because the market does work in cycles of overbought, oversold, keeps ping-ponging back and forth, known as mean reversion. But yeah, so there's not a whole lot of follow through here. And so I'm really surprised that even on this day over here, man, it's pretty weak. So it makes you wonder if the strategies are going to be right. And considering how many trades are there now, round trip trades. And so we're looking at, and remember, this is all hypothetical, but it has been traded in real time with real money for 4 years. That's pretty nice, pretty nifty. And average position gain, still going solid. The total number of positions, so round trip, is about 163. I would love for there to be more. We have other strategies with hundreds and some with thousands, but unfortunately the history on here, if you look at it, is only back to 2015. So ouch. But it's great to see something doing so well in real time in the real world where you and I live. So let's take a look. I'm just going to look at some code right here for the buy filter. And it's pretty weird. It's definitely pretty weird. It's looking at the day of the week. It does some smushing of the values using these functions in here. But really what it's looking at is the volume right here. You need to see increasing volume, or it's just like, I'm not going to get into this trade. Now there's more to the secret sauce. There's we know when it's time to buy, but when it's a time to sell as well. And so, but the main setup, because most people, oh man, they really obsess over all these chart patterns and drawing trend lines and stuff on charts. And I'm just here to say that I don't know anyone else that spent as much time and money on trying to prove that and accidentally disproving it. So, which is what you're supposed to do in science, but I was kind of feeling a little bit greedy several years ago, and then we examined all chart patterns that can exist in trillions of calculations, and we had to build cloud computing, supercomputing, and all that. What's great is, even though it didn't work, then we decided, hey, let's go ahead and go into machine learning. And so, yeah, Bitcoin right now, we're not touching it yet. So I would keep an eye on GBTC, see if there's some volume expansion above a few months ago. If you didn't see that before, it was looking at 85 trading days. Is that, I can't even read that anymore. I believe it's 85. It's about 4 months. There's 21 trading days per month. And so you might want to go ahead and put that into your arsenal here if you are trading crypto. And again, the bottom line is on a flash graphic that crypto is mostly Bitcoin. Oh, and the shirt. This is whoever can outgrit, outlast, and put up with bullshit while you out earn everyone else. Peace.